Namaskar, my dear friends. Let us design and simulate active low-pass filter of second order. So what we'll do is we'll try to use op-amp circuits, and with RC elements we will be designing second order Butterworth low-pass filter. So as you already know, the basic configuration of second order low-pass filter is we have second two times, right? Earlier we had seen single order, that is one RC element, right? Now we will see two RC element. Like this is one RC element, this is another RC element. Like that, it can be multiple order that is there. Now what happens is there will be definitely a requirement of this feedback, like resistors, basically to set the gain. Because of this multiple RC elements, there will be damping, and to compensate that we must have a gain. To set that gain we will be requiring R2 and R1. Okay, so let us say for simplicity, if you want to know what will be the cutoff frequency, we are going to consider these two resistors equal and these two capacitors equals. In that case, R3, R4 is equal, and C3, C4 is also equal. So in that case, my cutoff frequency will be omega C, which is 1 by RC. Or if it is in terms of hertz, that will be 1 by 2 pi RC. So let us open Multisim and try to simulate this particular circuit for 10 kilohertz. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to place quickly the elements. So components, you already know we need one op amp. So place one op amp. Okay. And then we are going to need let us say power supply sources. So go to sources. We need, let us say, ground. So some four grounds we'll put it here. Okay. At input and output we have put. Now we need power supply for the op amp. So I'll put VCC and I'll put VEE. So I hope you have a good understanding about these. Now we will need the input power as well. So what we'll do is we'll have signal voltage, AC voltage source. So let us say we'll put AC voltage source here. Now what do we need? We need resistors for setting the, like cutoff frequency and everything, right? So I'll put resistors. So how many resistors is needed? We need like two resistor for two stage gains, right? Two resistors for two stage gains. So I am going to put one resistor here and one more resistor here, right? So two resistors. Why don't you do one thing? We'll put this one flip vertically up, so that we'll put it positive downward. Okay. Yeah. And then we need capacitors. So go to place, put capacitors. So how many capacitors you required? I'll put Control R to rotate the capacitance and then rotate it and put it. I'll put output capacitors little later. So let us remove this right now. Okay. Now let us quickly wire this up. So to wire this up, before that I have not put the setting, like voltage setting, I mean gain setting resistors. So I'll put two more resistors for the gain setting. 1 and 2. Okay. That's all. So let us quickly wire this up. So you already know one mistake that we have done is pin number 8 is positive supply. So we have to take this one up, and this positive supply we have to bring it down. Okay. And now just wire it up quickly. Understood? And this is going to get grounded. So I'll put it like this. And this will be at positive terminal. This will be at positive terminal. This will be also connected. This is connected like this. And this is going to go into the output of the op amp. Okay. Now to set the gain, what I'll do is, this is my negative one. So let me bring it down. Okay. and this is my gain setting resistor. So let us say this is going to be my feedback type like this, and this will be like this. Why don't we do one thing? We'll put it at this location, and this will be my grounded. Understood? And this is going to be my input signal, which will be connected like this. So how nicely you have completed your circuit. R1, R2, C1, C2, R3, R4 will be gain setting, like R3 by R4 will be setting the gain values. Okay. Now let us run as it is and see what is the output that is coming, and then I'll give you the values for R1, R2, C1, C2 for 10 kilohertz, like cutoff frequency. So first thing what you have to do, go to simulate, analyze and simulate, go to AC sweep, and then we are going to set it to, let us say, megahertz. That is more than enough. Vertical scale will set you to decibels and let us run it. So output variable is not put, so at least one probe will put it, so that like we can have it. So let us say at output PR1 we have put. So once we run we are going to see a very nice, like what is that, cutoff frequency at this location. So let me increase the trace width so that you can have a better view. Now, since the gain setting is not done and like cutoff frequency is not set, so where it is going we are not aware, we are not knowing. Okay, and you can see this is more than 0 dB, it is 10 dB or something. So we must compensate that to make it 0 dB. Okay, so that is also wrong. So if you put cursor, the cursor will be like minus 3 dB will be coming very late. You can see here, yeah. So see, it is almost minus 3 dB at how much, 289 hertz or something. Okay, so that is fine, not a problem. So it is looking like a low pass filter that we know now, right? Now to set for 10 kilohertz, what we can do is this value we can set it to 10k, and this value also we can set it to 10k, and this one we can set it to 2.2 nanofarad, and this one we can set it to 1.1 nanofarad. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll set the gain values, or like gain resistors. Right now I'm going to put it like 0 ohm, or you can cut it also, not a problem. So I am not going to give any gain. So this will shift to 10 kilohertz. Okay, so you can see a very nice 10 kilohertz it is coming. Okay, you can see minus 2.89 dB, I'll put it to 3 dB. So it is 10 kilohertz design. So 10 kilohertz is the cutoff frequency for this particular second order Butterworth filter that we have designed. All right. Now let me give you another example for this particular design. So what we can do is we can design for, let us say, 1 kilohertz. So what you can do is this one we can take a screenshot and you can try to design this. If you want, you can remove this and keep it a single buffer type. So this is also another method like this. Okay, like this you can put, and you can put it probe here. So this is also same method, like you can do this way. Okay, so 10 kilohertz it is coming cutoff frequency. Now if you want, you can keep a screenshot of this and design and practice by yourself. Now let us set the value for the cutoff frequency of 1 kilohertz. So for that, what we are going to do is we are going to keep my R1 and R2 same, and R1 and R2 same will be, let us say, 1.6 kilo ohm. Okay, so this is 1.6 kilo ohm, and then the value of C we can keep zero point 0.1 microfarad, that is 100 nanofarad. Okay, so 100 nanofarad, and then we are going to have my RF by R1, or like the gain setting resistances. So for that we need the resistances there, right? I'll copy I'll paste one resistor here and one more resistor at this location and put one ground here. and then we are going to set this. So let us say this value will become 5.86 kilo ohm, 5.86 kilo ohm, and this will be 10 kilo ohm. Okay, that's all. So this is how we are going to get. Now let us run it. So my cutoff frequency will be 1 kilohertz. So you can see it is little bit shifted still, but however not a problem. You can see at 1 kilohertz we are getting like Y2. So it is 3 dB above. That's the reason I am taking at almost 0 dB. So 0 dB it is giving you 1 kilohertz. So this is how you can design and simulate the circuit for second order low pass filter using op-amp, that is active element. All right. So thank you guys. If you do have any questions or any understanding that is needed, you can try to put your questions in the comment box and we shall be able to give you answers for the element selection for your desired frequency. So you can try both of the filters and try to reach to the exact values of 1 kilohertz and 10 kilohertz of low pass filter design. Thank you.